Yo, yo. What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Hold on one second. Go live. Boom. Awesome. How are we all doing this morning? Hopefully everybody's having a good morning. Let me know how you guys did yesterday. Did you guys make money, lose money, take no trades? Let me know in the chat. As far as, hold on one second, our market calendar today, I do know that we have the ECB deciding rates at 9:15. So that's going to be important specifically because it's going to help us understand what should happen next week with FOMC. So if ECB pauses rates, we can kind of look at that and be like, okay, they're pausing rates. What is our Fed more than likely going to do? So that's at 9:15. I do want to pay attention to that. We have news in 25 minutes. What do we have in 25 minutes? We have our initial jobless claims, import and export prices, and housing starts and permits. 10 green days in a row. Let's go. Made 200 and then lost 250. Here's the thing, guys. All right. Yesterday was very, very, very choppy. And you could tell by like 10:30 or 11 that we were not going to get much movement yesterday. So what do you do when you realize by 10:30 or 11 that we are stuck in a range? Who can let me know in the chat? I preach this all the time. What do we do? Because 11 o'clock is really like the telltale. If we haven't done anything by 11 o'clock, we're more than likely not going to get anything. So what do we do at 11 o'clock when there is no movement? Who can tell me? Good morning, everybody. Channel members, as always, greatly appreciate you. Chuck, that bull looks really nice next to your name. But who can tell me? Don't trade, exactly. Walk away. Yes, there's hundreds of other things that you can go and do. No, not even scalp. You can hardly even scalp this. There was no clean setups here. The only clean setup that I saw was earlier in the day when we came back and tested that 385, and that was the banger trade that me and Grizzly caught. Was this 385 bounce right back up into the high of the day. The only other clean setup that I saw occurred much later in the day, which was the reject that I gave you guys at 389.22 or whatever the level was. So you can see we came up, we rejected it. Came up, rejected it. What can you do? Get short, stop loss right above here, and it ended up dropping all the way down to a low of 387.32. Only 90 cents. So the people that lost big yesterday, it's because they were forcing trades left and right. There was no good movement yesterday. There was no reason to take any other trades. There was no A+ setups. Besides, I mean, maybe if you traded this for a quick breakout, but nothing was clean. So yeah, if the market just sits here and consolidates in a range for like the first hour and a half, it's pretty likely that there's not going to be any good setups for the rest of the day. What you can do is just set alerts and then get the alert, come back and watch. But yeah, that was yesterday. Not too much opportunity. So going into today, first I want to go over. So we ended up taking a swing on MDLZ. And apparently these are the people that make Oreos, Triscuits, I think. Like, they make a bunch of different snacks. And I was looking for a swing on Hershey, HSY, but the spreads were kind of wide and I didn't want to take it. I could have done the same week expiration for like a little lotto, but wasn't really feeling it. Unfortunately, that went without us, so wasn't able to take that swing. But I did see MDLZ yesterday, and I do really like this setup. And again, if you guys could, real quick, make sure to smash that like button. We got 150 people in here and only 30 likes. So remember, if you guys want the watch list today, you guys need to run it up to 200 likes. So with MDLZ, I like how cheap the contracts are. I think I got filled for, hold on, let me pull up my swing account real quick. Pretty sure I got filled for 1.2 on these. Yep, so got filled at 1.2. They're currently at 1.3. Expiration date is April 21st, and the 67.5 calls is what I'm in for this. So they had a decent amount of liquidity. What we need, though, is for the market to push. If the market can push to the upside, we'll likely get this strength in MDLZ that we need. But the reason that I like this, and if you guys have my book, I go over this exact swing trading setup in the book. We just had a swing on, what was the thing that we just swung before this? Hit like 88%. What was it? It was the escalator company. Where are you at? Not PNW. We got out of that pretty much at break even. Otis. Same exact setup. These are the same swings we've been taking all year. So if we're looking at Otis, you know, we have this little breakout. We're holding that daily 21 and 34 EMA with a squeeze. On balance volume broke out significantly. This was the day that we entered, and the on balance volume gave us the hint that we were more than likely going to continue to push, went right to the price target. So if we go back to MDLZ, we can see, what did the on balance volume do? Significant breakout right here, letting us know lots of money inflow. Again, I talk about this in my book, so make sure you guys check out the book as well. But holding 21 and 34 EMA, significant on balance volume breakout, nice slingshot squeeze. Zoom out to the weekly time frame. We got a little weekly flag, holding daily 21 and 34. Weekly on balance volume did break and set that new high to right here, which was up at 68.81. So that should put us in the money if it does continue to push. Squeeze, more than likely about to get a stochastic buy signal. Plus we have a monthly squeeze. I think we also have a 3-day squeeze. So there was tons of confirmation for this swing, which is why I like it. So hopefully we can get that breakout and push into at least 68.81, which will put us in the money. But yeah, so let's do some analysis on ES and NQ, and then we will hop on over to SPY in QQQ. But again, if you guys could, make sure to smash that like button. It would be greatly appreciated, as always. So, I did actually want to look at Dixie, because I think Dixie is up like 4%. No, it's not. Bloomberg was lying. Why are you lying to me? Did it just go down? Yeah, I don't know why. Bloomberg said it was up like 4%. Maybe it was on the week. Whatever. All right. So let's go back to ES. Again, we still have that daily squeeze on Dixie. That's going to be very important to pay attention to. So I think, hold on. 50% fib. Yep. So we're still above that 50% fib. So that 38.55 is still a key area. 38.71 in the future. We do have this solid support zone right down here. Around like 38.19 is what I like for a potential bounce as well. All the way down to 38.04. Let's see. Just put a rectangle right through here. Support zone. Okay, so I like 38.55 possibly as an area of interest. I don't know if I'm going to try to bounce it at that level, because we've already bounced 2 times. But depending on price action, you know, maybe. But I do really like this 38.19 all the way down to 38.04. You can see that we have a bunch of old resistance turned into support. And then let's see, we have, if we were to push, we do have daily supply right here. Call this daily supply. Boom. I'll answer your questions here in a minute. But daily supply, we're going to see if we can find a little smaller of a zone up in there. See, on the 4-hour, we have this supply right here on the 4-hour that we almost tagged yesterday. Very close to tagging it yesterday. We do have demand right here, 4-hour demand. It's a nice demand zone, actually. I do like this one. Cool. 4-hour demand. Mainly SPY and QQQ is what I trade. 4-hour demand. 4-hour demand. We'll see if we can see it better on a smaller time frame. Make it green. Cool. All right, so I like the 4-hour demand. Again, we do have supply right here. We've also been very choppy for literally a week. We've traded in the same range, so keep that in mind. This is our upper portion of the range right here. Whoops. And here's our lower portion of the range. Let's do upper range. Just so we know about these levels. Lower range. Are you sure that they actually sold it, or are they doing a spread? That's the issue with flow. You got to really be able to read it. Also, we have a nice 4-hour squeeze. I didn't even realize that. But I do think the ECB rates should help move the market. Again, that should be at 9:15. And again, if you guys could, make sure to smash that like button. 220 people in here, only 85 likes. You guys know the drill. Run it up to 200 likes if you guys want the watch list. So I do like that 4-hour demand. Kind of have 4-hour supply right here. We'll see if we can find a better zone. Also have 3-hour right here. This would be our 3-hour supply. I got another one right here. I think mainly though, I do want to watch this 4-hour, maybe the 3-hour, depending on how we trade. This is a better zone right here. We already tagged that one. So this was the one from yesterday that we were watching. Just gonna keep that right there. Whoops. And then a 1-hour. Yeah, so mainly watch this supply, watch this demand, watch the upper range, watch the lower range. This is pretty much it. I don't use flow, to be honest with you. I really don't. Used to. It's just the way that they make the flows seem, like flow algo and stuff like that. There's so much more that goes into, or that you got to take into consideration other than the order simply going through. Because it's not showing you everything that's important. NASDAQ actually looks super good. If we can crack over this high on NASDAQ again, I've been saying it, QQQ. I've been liking that setup a lot more than SPY. If we look at this, if you guys watched yesterday's video, we do have this trend line right here on the NASDAQ. But if we head on over to QQQ, we might have actually broke it. Let's see, what's the breakout at? Today's going to be the 16th, like 300.5, so pretty close. Main area for a reject would be at 302, only if this is the low right here. So let's head back on over to NASDAQ. Yeah, so if you want to become a channel member on the YouTube, it's pretty much just to support the channel, but I am uploading the watch list for the day, and I am going to be giving you guys specific content only to channel members. I did upload a supply and demand video yesterday, or not yesterday, over the weekend. So I will be having more videos like that coming in the future for you guys. So if you do want to become a channel member, all you have to do, go on over to my channel and click on become a member. That's all you got to do. But yeah, I mean, if we can crack that 12,486, should line up with that trend line, and then we can get a push up into like daily supply up here. Let's see where the reject would be on NQ. Actually, 12,508. So an area that we do want to watch. Again, do we reject it? I have no idea. But it looks like we might be trying to flag on the 4-hour. So this was yesterday's high, which we are holding. Yesterday's high on the right. Cool. Depending when we top out too, we can look for another fib. We already broke that one. We got supply right up there on the 4-hour. Broke that one, so that's no longer valid. Cool. Yeah, so I like this little 4-hour flag that we're doing right here. Broke above this supply right there. Cool. Let's break it down to a 3-hour. Maybe can get a bounce down here. Got a little demand zone right here. So we could watch this. I'm just going to label it possible 2-hour demand. Again, see how we trade when we get to the area. The way that I found the fib was just from the pre-market low up to that daily high before we started pulling back. Plus 385 was a whole psych number. All right, so gonna watch that. Let's try a 1 hour. Again, nice supply right up here on the 1 hour. That's actually what we rejected. I think this might have been the level that I gave you guys yesterday. So this is still a key area. 1 hour supply. Nice aggressive move away. So here's our supply zone. If we crack through it, crack through the trend line, we should see a nice move up. Cool. Hold on. We are holding that 1 hour 21 EMA, which I like as well. SPY breaking 400. I mean, what are we trading at? I don't even know what we're trading at. 389. I mean, that's a bop away. Again, I think what's going to be the main thing to watch is QQQ. Just because look at the movement in QQQ, it's a lot cleaner. And for what I'm seeing right now, it looks like we want to crack the trend line. And if we crack the trend line, we should see the move up. So QQQ, in my opinion, is something that I would watch over SPY. Again, look at the technicals on SPY. Nothing. Just in a range. Nothing. Look at the range on QQQ. Way more movement. So I like this a lot more. We can do our analysis on SPY and QQQ real quick, though. I'll give you guys the levels on that. I'll watch my supply and demand on ES and NQ. So, thank you for the subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Delete all this. We bounced off the 50% on ES. Again, if this were the bottom, we can take... we do have daily SPY supply right here. What is that? 398. That's a bop away. We'll leave this just for now, just so I know about it. But we do have pivot high, pivot low. 394.05. That's an area we could watch today. And then I don't think there's any other good rejects that we could possibly use. I mean, yeah, we smacked right off that 61.8 the other day. We do have 4-hour demand right here on SPY, which I believe lines up with the ES one that we had. 4-hour demand. Boom, boom, boom. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, make sure to smash that like button. It would be greatly appreciated. Plus, if you guys do want the watch list, make sure to run it up to 200 likes. We got 304 people in here, 134 likes. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed. I do go live every single morning at 8 a.m. Eastern time and give you guys a completely free watch list for the day. Loco, Buddha, Brandon, you're so underrated, but the GOAT, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, so I would like to see us come down here for a potential bounce. Maybe, I mean, we do have 4-hour supply right here. It looks like we tagged it in the pre-market as far as SPY. I would prefer to watch supply and demand levels off of ES and NQ, obviously. But I think, again, our best bet is to just focus on QQQ. I mean, that's where I see the good setups. Break below here, would likely test those lows yesterday. Again, get the demand zone. Again, 394.05 could be a potential area. But Yeah, if SPY is going to break out, we really need it over 394.05. Or we just come down, we bounce here. If we fail this, and we likely test this other demand zone that we had. If we zoom out to the 4 hour, already on the 4 hour. Zoom out on the 4 hour, and the demand was right here. So there was the next demand zone. Right there. Cool. All right. So we got our jobless claims and stuff dropping at 8:30. What is that in? That's in 7 minutes. So we can find some stocks that we like. Let me just make sure that I don't have anything else on SPY. Let's see, we just rejected off of yesterday's close. Yeah, I really don't see anything else on SPY besides just this is the upper range right here. This is the lower range right here. Cool. Head on over to QQQ. I mean, again, I think that key area on QQQ is this trend line right here. The daily trend line. Let's see, 29944. Did we already hit it? We already done broke through it and everything in between. So get rid of that. Move that. If we start pulling back, I might take this low to this high and look for a fib bounce. 296.3, 295.3. Just depends on what we do in the pre-market. But again, I do like QQQ more. All right. So that is pretty much it on QQQ today and SPY. So we're going to wait till the news comes out. Let's see what we got on the squeeze scanner. So we got a lot of squeezes today. Let's see what we like and what we don't like. Apple doesn't look bad over 153.50. If you guys do want to watch that, you can see it's been pretty strong resistance up here. So if it cracks it, probably going to go higher, take the market with it. Yeah, again, I really like QQQ. I've been saying this. QQQ looks a lot better than SPY. But look for the break over 153.4. Push into 154.54. So again, we might actually watch Apple today. There was Meta news and Snap news. Something to do with TikTok. TikTok getting banned. So Meta's up. Meta had a huge breakout. Again, we talked about that. And then, let's see, AMD broke over the highs, 88.94. You want to know why tech is running probably is because of the 10-year yield getting smacked. That would make sense. Back on over to AMD. So that actually had a nice breakout as well. 90.42 for a potential break, 88.67 for a potential bounce. Again, we're just doing basic analysis right now, figuring out what I like and what I don't like. Amazon literally straight off the 78.6 and has rallied, 8 points to the upside. So even Amazon looks good over yesterday's high. If you guys do want to watch that, 30-minute squeeze. I personally don't trade Amazon, but again, if we can get that market strength, QQQ is going to be the one to go. It's going to take tech with it. Meta, huge breakout. Nice little flag in the pre-market. Looks like, I mean, we might get one more 4-hour candle of consolidation. Or I really, really like 197 to like 197.30 for a potential bounce. Because typically when we bull flag, we get 3 candles of consolidation, and it's that third candle that should pull back towards that 5 EMA or 8 EMA, preferably the 8 EMA, and then it bounces. So we got 197 right here, 197.30, which is the 1 hour 21 EMA, which is another level that I like to watch for bounces. So Meta is up there today. I do really like that one. Again, make sure you guys are clicking that like button. It would be greatly appreciated. Nvidia again trading at that huge area of resistance. 244.54. Hold on. Let me text the boys real quick. Okay. I mean, if you want to watch a video, you can. I like Meta more. And then Tesla has a bunch of squeezes. I don't really like Tesla, though. Really wanted it to pull back a little more down to my 50% fib, and I would have been interested. That just looks like we're doing this huge inverse cup and handle right here. Rounding top, little pullback for the handle. Right there. So yeah, I mean, I really wouldn't be interested in Tesla until one, it broke down or started to break above. So it looks like Apple, AMD, Meta are my go-tos today as far as individuals. And we got, good morning. We got news dropping in 1 minute. Cool. And I do see that we have 400 people up in here. So again, make sure you guys are clicking that subscribe button. I do go live every single morning at 8 a.m. Eastern time. Give you guys a completely free watch list for the day. And then real quick, before the news drops, in case you guys did not know, I do have a 450-page book on Amazon titled The New Age of Technical Analysis, which is currently 20% off. And in this book, I go over my entire day trading and swing trading strategy, all the indicators I use, specific day trading and swing trading setups that I look for, bounces, rejects, support and resistance, Fibonacci, so on and so forth. So if you guys do want to check that out, that link is right there. Again, 20% off. So let's pull up SPY real quick. Let's get the news pulled up. Let's see what the numbers come out. And yeah, it should be fun. Twitter. All right, 10 seconds. Thank you for the subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Eric, thank you. 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's see what the news is. Pull up ES for this. Let's see, what are the jobless claims? 192,000, forecast 205,000, previous 211,000, continuing claims 1.684 mil, forecast 1.72 mil, previous 1.718 mil. Import prices month over month negative 0.1%, forecast negative 0.2, previous negative 0.2. Housing starts 1.45 mil, forecast 1.31 mil, previous 1.30 mil. Building permits 1.524 mil, forecast 1.34 mil, previous 1.339 mil. Export prices 0.2%, forecast negative 0.3, previous 0.8. Cool. Let's give the market a second to digest all the information and let's see how it reacts. Mm-mm-mm. 104, that'd be a nice push for AMD. Again, I still think QQQ is going to be the one. We break that 1 hour supply. ES is the S&P 500 futures. Oops. Yeah, so I mean, it looks good in my opinion. It looks like it wants to push. We got the demand down here. Probably help if I drew that trend line correctly too. There we go. Might be one of those days where I look to play a little risky. So I think if we can break with some strength, the 4-hour bull flag that we got going on right here, plus that major trend line that we're trading at, again, the supply doesn't make it as high probability, but might try it lighter. I would prefer a pullback, though. I'd prefer a pullback to get long, use fibs, use demand, whatever it may be. That's what I would prefer. But over 12,508, however, it's we got a lot of room. Also got a little inverse head and shoulders right here. Shoulder, head, shoulder, neckline broke above. It's holding. Cool. Cool. All right, let me give everybody QQQ levels. I mean, if it rejects and it starts to look weak, then I'll simply just look for puts. That's the great thing about trading. You can always watch both ways. $295.8. All right. We're holding yesterday's close. I thought I saw it pop up with a squeeze. I guess not. All right, QQQ. Really liking the setup today. If we can continue to hold above yesterday's close and break through the daily trend line, we should see a nice push into 302.8. My only good reject. If price looks weak, I will be looking for puts. And again, right now I don't necessarily have a good bounce until we actually start pulling back. Again, maybe watch this area right here. Maybe we can take a fib, pivot low, pivot high, and then we can start watching those areas. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. It depends if we start breaking above this high right here at 300.5, or we start pulling back first. Again, personally, I would prefer that pullback to then get long. But yeah, so going to keep my eye on that. But 302.8, that's my main reject. If we get over there, then we got room. Cool. I'll be looking for puts. Bounce TBA. Okay. Yes, I had multiple mentors throughout my time trading. Multiple. Actually, somebody said there's a daily head and shoulders on SPY. I mean, maybe if you're talking shoulder, head, bounce up, maybe another shoulder up towards like 408. Let's see something. Okay. Again, I like this demand bounce down here on SPY. And then other rejects, I don't think I had any other good ones. Yeah, 393.4 is the upper portion of the range. If we get up there, we can look for a reject. Or 393.50, my bad. Come down into demand, look for a bounce. Cool. Cool. Print screen. TBA to be announced. SPY if price pulls back. I am very interested in a bounce at demand around 384.5 to 383.7. If we pump, again, main focus is QQQ, but I will watch 393.50 for a potential reject, as that has been the top of our range lately. Cool. There's SPY. Head back on over to ES. And then real quick, again, if you guys could, I mean, I know we hit the 200 likes, but if you guys want to continue to run it up, if you guys also aren't subscribed, make sure to do that as well. I do go live every single morning at 8 a.m. Eastern time, give you guys a completely free watch list for the day. Plus, have over 1,000 free videos on my channel. So if you're not subscribed, you are definitely missing out. Let me give everybody ES levels in case you guys want that. ES levels. I don't even watch sports, to be honest with you. I don't even know when March Madness starts. Boom. I'm gonna drop it in the watch list here in a few, once we're all done. And Q levels. All right, so you guys got the ES and the NQ levels. All right, let's take a look at the individual stocks that we were liking. Again, if we pull back today, 4-hour squeeze, likely fire down, look for the bounce in demand. So the stocks that we like today: Apple, AMD, Meta. Honestly, might just put Meta on the list. Looks like Apple's pulling back a little bit. That is not the stock we want. We want AMD. Yeah, if you want, you can watch AMD for that break at 90.42. I prefer Meta with the pullback. Also got to pay attention to the NASDAQ resistance, so that's not lining up with QQQ. 197 actually looks perfect for a bounce. Literally, that is the only area I am going to look for a bounce on Meta, is 197 to 197.20. Previous high, 1 hour 21 EMA, 4 hour 8 EMA with the bull flag. That is the area. Meta. Meta looking for a 197 bounce. 197 to 197.2 bounce. I have a video on my channel on how to set up ThinkorSwim. If today is your second day trading, then sit back, relax, and just watch the market. Get used to it. Don't make any trades yet. I know it's very tempting to do so, but I would rather have you learn the way that the market moves, how to properly execute, and all that good stuff before you actually start trading. Meta, but yeah, 197 bounce, very interested in that. If we can get that, that's probably the only area I'll look to go long. Somebody asked what my QQQ demand was. Again, there's an area on NQ that's a possible demand, like possibly like this little base and then rally right here. So maybe around like 295.8 is an area I'll watch. It just depends on how we trade and if any volume comes in when we come to the area. So maybe. Why are we pulling back now? Come on now. But yeah, I would prefer a bounce today. If this is the top at 354, I'll look for a bounce. Again, this whole area right here is of interest for me for a bounce. It just depends on how we trade when we get to the area. So if we just break through it, I don't care about it. But if we come down and we do what we usually do when we hit fibs, then I care about it. But yeah, been with the team bull. Hey, 100 to 200 a day. That's amazing. Is Dixie pushing now or is it dropping? Yeah, a little flag right here. A little fallen wedge. Fallen wedge breakout. Let's see what Dixie does today. Over to NQ. But yeah, I think if I were to watch, oh, it's a 2 hour. My bad. Yeah, if I were to watch an area for demand for QQQ, it'd probably be this 2 hour demand zone right here. I'll keep an eye on it though. Again, depends on how we trade at the area. But yeah, let's run it up today, everybody. See if we can actually break out, or if we just sit in a range again today. If we just sit in a range again today, then guess what? I'm going to sit here and not take a trade. I will walk away. I will gladly go to the gym, and I will gladly go do something else. I will wait for an A+ setup. If there's no A+ setup, then guess what? I will not trade. But as far as sizing on a 10K account, that's really up to you. How much are you willing to risk to find out if you're correct? Every trade's going to be different. It depends, one, volatility, like we've seen over these last few days. Contracts have been moving like crazy. Two, how expensive are the contracts? Because the contracts have been pretty pricey recently since like Thursday or Friday. And a number of different things. Where'd you enter? Where's your stop loss? So that really depends on your risk, your entry, what you trade, and so on. What other questions we got? I'll give you guys a watch list here in a hot second. See if we can continue to hold yesterday's high though. All right, so couple things before I drop the watch list. Again, we're in a 4 hour bull flag on NQQQ. But a couple things before I drop the watch list in the chat. Again, in case you guys did not know, I do have a 450-page book on Amazon titled The New Age of Technical Analysis. So if you do want to learn more about my individual trading strategy, all the indicators I use, how I find support and resistance, price targets, rejects, bounces, Fibonacci indicators, so on and so forth, make sure to check out the book. It's currently 20% off on Amazon. And then the Team Bull Mastermind is going to be starting on Monday. Tomorrow is the last day to get your application in, and if you are accepted, you will receive an email. Again, tomorrow is the last day to apply. So if you want to learn directly from me, Jadon, Gino, Grizzly, Ghost, and there's so many other amazing traders that are going to be teaching in the mastermind, you can go and apply using this link right here. Again, that's if you want to learn directly from me live. Yes, tick does work if it opens plus 1500, but we didn't get news to get us to pump up to anything that would be, of interest on the tick. But that is a watch list today, ladies and gentlemen. What time is it? 8:50. I'm going to get ready to go make some breakfast once I give you guys the watch list. So, QQQ. Copy, boom, boom. And as always, I am not a certified financial advisor. Everything talked about in this live stream is based on my opinion and my opinion only. Options trading is very risky, where you can lose more than your initial investment if you are not careful. So as always, do your own due diligence, do your own proper risk management, and I am not responsible for any lost funds. Boom. Again, I have a video on my channel showing you how to set up your ThinkorSwim. I cannot share my setup because there's premium indicators on here that are paid for. So yeah, just find that video on my channel. Yes, we will be doing a mastermind for as well. But that is the watch list for the day. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Again, I have over 1,000 videos on my channel teaching you guys on how to trade. I want to see you guys win. And as always, if you guys ever have questions, feel free to reach out to me on my Instagram. You can find that on my beacons link, which is on my YouTube channel. If you just head on over to my channel, it says everything you need from me or whatever it is. You can click that. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. But yeah, let's run it up today. Let's print. If you guys are in Team Bull, I will talk to you guys in like 10-20 minutes. Other than that, everybody have an amazing rest of your day. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.